Wow, this view is just so gorgeous. I'm not even on top of the mountain and already the views look gorgeous. I get to see the whole of downtown Burbank and I even see the freeway in the distance. And yes, LA freeways are usually stressful, but from up top watching the cars, well, it is kind of entertaining. And in the real distance we even see downtown LA. And yes, downtown LA is kind of far from here, but from a bird's eye view everything is close by. And yeah, I am in the middle of nature, but at the same time I'm so close by to civilization, and every time I'm reminded of this and the fact that I'm here in LA, I just feel so lucky. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's episode, we're at the Wildlife Canyon Park, which is located in Burbank. It is at the base of the San Bernardino Mountains, and the reason that we're here today is to do a hike on one of the trails that is located in this park. And the trail that we're going to do is about 2.5 miles up all the way to the mountain and another 2.5 miles down all the way down. So it's a 5-mile hike, and usually they recommend not to do it when it's too hot, but luckily today it's kind of a mild weather day with overcast gray skies, so this is kind of a rare occasion here in California. So I took advantage of this and said I'm gonna do a hike. So without any further ado, let's explore. Nestled in the hills above the suburbs of the Inland Empire, Wildwood Canyon offers panoramic views of the surrounding valleys and majestic San Bernardino Mountains. Being at the foot of the San Bernardino Mountains, Wildwood Canyon dwells in a microclimate within its parent Mediterranean climate, receiving colder and wetter winters than the surrounding valleys. Historically, the indigenous Cahuilla were traditionally active in the area of Wildwood Canyon, as were the Serrano and Tongva. The area near Yucaipa was known as a crossroads for traveling indigenous people. Wildwood Canyon State Park is currently only open for day use from sunrise to sunset, and the primary activities in this area are horseback riding, hiking, and mountain biking. We often think of Southern California as being a place that's very torrid and dry and very desert-like, but for some reason on this trail there just is so much greenery, there's so many trees, there's also so many plants and flowers to discover right here, and maybe that's why it's called a wildlife park, because there truly is such a big variety of things. But yeah, it almost feels like we're not in Southern California, we're in another part of the world where it rains a lot, and I really love that there's so much diversity on this trail, and I can't wait to discover even more. Wildwood Canyon is home to a rich and wild community of amazing plants and animals. The unique location of the park against the foothills of the San Bernardino Mountains and its elevation at 3,000 feet means that it receives more rainfall than the surrounding valleys and cities. Consequently, there is a greater assortment of plants and a different assemblage of animals. This park protects an important habitat corridor for a variety of species, some of which are native only to California. Some of the nature found in this park are broad grasslands, canopies of century-old interior live oak, and threatened chaparral and sage scrub habitats. Here's something that I've noticed, but probably many people don't even look at, is the fact that many mountaintops have antennas on top of them. And what I find cool about these antennas is, first of all, they all have their own little personality, they all look different. So yes, they're pleasant to look at, but at the same time, what's cool is that they deliver a lot of the signals for the technology that we use on a daily basis, like the radio signal, the TV signal, the cellular signal. And without it, well, our society wouldn't be able to operate in the same way that it functions, because, well, we use our cell phone a lot on a daily basis for the internet to call people, and without TV, well, what would we do, right? So yeah, I think it's kind of fascinating, and I do think it deserves being mentioned, and next time you see an antenna, don't take it for granted. The San Bernardino Mountains are a high and rugged mountain range in Southern California. Situated north and northeast of San Bernardino and spanning 2 California counties, the range tops out at 11,503 feet at San Gorgonio Mountain, the tallest peak in all of Southern California. The towers on top of these mountains are called antenna farms, or satellite dish farms, or just dish farms, and are a term used to describe an area dedicated to television or radio communications transmitting or receiving antenna equipment, satellite dish antennas, UHF, VHF, AM, FM transmitter towers, or mobile cell towers. These towers help transmit signals across Southern California, from San Diego to the San Fernando Valley, from coastal Orange County to the Inland Empire. This is where the hike gets kind of interesting because, well, everything is going up and it is kind of steep, but I already see the top of the mountain. Honestly, this is not the hardest of the hikes. It is a little bit challenging, but today, well, it's a gray day, as I did mention, so I'm not gonna need too much water. There's no chance of me getting dehydrated, but I do recommend to take some water if you are going to come here during a hot day, because, well, hikes can be fun, and they are fun, but they are also dangerous, and dehydration is not a joke. Above the hills of Yucaipa, Wildwood Canyon offers panoramic views of the surrounding hills and valleys. The spectacular views offer a nice 180-degree panoramic view of the city of Burbank, along with its surrounding areas, including the Bell Golf Course, which is located close to the entrance of the parking. Since this is LA, there's often a misty fog overlay over the city, which is created by the semi-basin, which traps the ozone and keeps it there. The culprit is a complex mix of things. It is estimated that nearly 40% of our country's imports come through the LA area, transported of course by fossil-fueled vehicles that put particles in the air. Smog or not, the views are very pleasant and make going higher and higher on the trail all worthwhile. I've always been fascinated by staircases, and especially the secret staircases around the LA area. That's why I even made a video about it, looking at all these different staircases in Silver Lake. And right here on this hike, well, I found my own little secret staircase, which helps hikers go up the mountain. I think it's kind of fascinating that somebody actually thought of, well, putting stairs right here on the hike, simply to make the hiker's day a little bit easier, climbing up this steep little hill. And yeah, it's just beautiful and gorgeous to look at how simple it is, but at the same time how practical these stairs are. Definitely the staircases in this area make the hike much more pleasant. Even though the first half of the trail is kind of steep, as the trail goes up the mountain, it does get steeper and steeper, and without stairs to help get good footing, climbing on this mountain then coming back down it would really be difficult. I also do admire how the stairs overall make this area of the mountain feel like an art piece, and how every piece of wood, be it in order to create a path or help people walk easier, gives the hike even more personality. Definitely the final part of this trail is for hikers who want to feel like they completed the trail by reaching the top of the mountain. Okay, we're almost on top of the trail. I can see it right there. Obviously, this is probably going to be the steepest part of it. But yeah, overall, this hike is not that bad. Yes, it does get steep, and it's a little bit difficult in some parts, but yeah, this is going to be the hardest part, but I can't wait to get on top. The mountains were formed about 11 million years ago by tectonic activity along the San Andreas Fault. They're still actively rising. Recreational development of the range began in the early 20th century when mountain resorts were built around new irrigation reservoirs. Since then, the mountains have been extensively engineered for transportation and water supply purposes. Many local rivers originate in the range, which receives significantly more precipitation than the surrounding desert. The range's unique and varying environment allows it to maintain some of the greatest biodiversity in the state. Now this is pretty interesting. There's a chair right on top of the mountain, and here I can see the beautiful view of the city. There is a kind of a lot of fog today, but still, I'm so happy that there's this chair, that I can do this video right here, right now, on such a beautiful day. I really hope that you guys enjoyed coming on this visit of this beautiful trail in the Burbank area. And if you did enjoy it, please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment too. Let me know if there's other trails you'd like me to do, if there's other places you'd like me to visit. I could probably make that happen. With that being said, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.